Shroomstomp here, and I forgot to film the first episode where we tried this team. Uh, we won the first game, and yeah, as you can see, we are back with another rain team, and I think this team is a bit better. It has physically offensive Seismic Toe, Choice Band, Azumarill, Choice Specs Ludicolo, Heavy Duty Boots Mantine, and yeah, Tentacool just makes HP, makes speed Spinner, and physically defensive Politoed. 6 water types actually. Yeah, it has a bit more emphasis on physical offense, especially against things like Chansey, which are pretty annoying to deal with yeah, special rain teams. Yeah, what am I actually going to do against this team? I mean, grass types are pretty threatening for this team. I think he could just lead off with Tentacool, I think. And he could switch into Venusaur right away, which would eat a Sludge Bomb. And then I don't have a switch in. So let's go into Politoed. If he goes for Vox, then... Okay, now this is okay. I could go into Azumarill and put on a lot of pressure, but I think I'm going into Seismic Toast first. Because then he Torkoal isn't that good of a switch in. So Wood is a good switch in for him right now. And if I knock off the Chansey, then Liquidation will be a Oko. I don't think he stays in. But do I just want to go for a knockoff? I mean, and what do I hit with that? He just stays in. That is such a bad play on his part. Do I knock off again? No, I'm switching into Politoed. Damn it, if I went for an Earthquake there, then he would have a really hard time. I don't think my opponent should have stayed in ever. Like, what does... I mean, I have so many water attacker. Like, Seismitoad is nothing special in my team, really. Like, it wasn't worth it on his part. And, yeah, but I don't really have a switch into that. Yeah, that's kind of the weakness of the team. Like, I can't really switch into physical attacks. Honestly, I'm just going to stay in like he is. It wasn't a good play on my part, but I was kind of salty that he played that recklessly before. Can go to Ludicolo here. Yeah. This play is probably Chansey. Oh, Venus was also switch in. I don't want to risk Venusaur. Okay, Chansey, but yeah, it's okay. Let's go into Politoed here. So what am I going to do here? Oh, I mean, have to switch out kind of, but let's go into Ludicolo. Expected the teleport, and now he doesn't really have a switch in. Venusaur can Ice Beam. Torkoal doesn't take a Hydro Pump. The Root I can Ice Beam. Moltres, Water, Vaporeon, Water Attack. They're all down, aren't really switch ins. So he goes into Torkoal, and then I could double into Seismitoad. Yeah, hopefully my opponent doesn't have any crazy ideas, because that can go really wrong. For example, if he goes into Venusaur, okay, this is really fucking, this is really, really bad. Could have predicted that and went for Ice Beam. It was kind of thought also. I really hate my opponent actually. Oh man. So you can just Giga Drain for free pretty much. Tentacool can maybe take 2 Giga Drains. And I have to get some chip on him. Yeah, maybe Tentacool is just a switch in. Ouch, okay. Do I want to get chip on him? Yeah, I think so. Earth Power? I didn't even know that Venusaur got Earth Power. Obviously we go into Politoed to get the rain up, but now what? I want to keep my Azumarill 100%. I mean, kind of loses to the root, but kind of breaks through everything else, especially Chansey. And yeah, I need Azumarill to break through Chansey. Do I need Seismic Toad? I'm thinking about what I should sack now, and yeah, Ludicolo or Mantine, I think. I'm going with Ludicolo because like Mantine has a boost, which is kind of good. And heavy duty boots. Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully he stays in and doesn't. He will switch out now and we can go for defog. Okay, I'm risking it. Okay, that was pretty crucial. I don't know, I play like a madman actually. That's what am I actually doing? I kind of got a bit salty. So Ice Punch maybe? Okay, they could just go for Earthquake as well. No, it's knockoff. Okay, that's okay. I mean, it actually doesn't help me that much. Mantine can't break through Chansey no matter what, as well as Politoed. And Azumarill can always break through Chansey, so weakening that isn't actually that helpful. But let's go for Liquidation, which does a lot of damage right now. Yeah, my opponent plays pretty stupid. Why does he go for Torkoal? I can just bring out that again. Let's switch into Mantine. I think I mean we could maybe KO the chains in the Hydro Pump now. I ideally hope so. Okay, this is huge. Now we actually have it. I don't know, we have a shot on it. Yeah, I don't know. Should I go into Zoomer? Probably, right? It's just so frustrating, you know, it's like these two just can't get rid of them. But I think Mantine might just sweep. As soon as Torkel is gone and I get up the Vayne, Mantine might just sweep. He goes for the ground attack. I mean, my opponent plays pretty stupidly. I, I can just go for liquidation. If he goes into Torkel, that will still knock out. Venusaur will also knock out in the Vayne. Yeah, that just dies. No, let's go into Polytoad. I have to. I need one more sack. And now I can sack a Zoomaville. I just play stupid. Let's get a bit of chip. So, yeah. Does he stay in is the question. If he stays in Hydro Pump, I win, definitely. So he probably switches out. An interesting question if he has Solar Beam or not. Maybe then Politoad could actually beat it. Although no, Live Orb Sludge Bomb is just too much. Yeah, so the question is if my opponent switches out or not. Yeah, I think he switches out. This is such a dumb play on his part. Let's go into Mantine again. If he toxic, so be it. I think I'm still sweeping him. And now let's go for Hurricane. Oh, please hit. Dude, this guy plays so dumb. Please hit that again. I have such an incompetent opponent, but he really likes his way through this game. Why does he go for growth? Like, no, I won't. No, I will do another game. This was frustrating. Like, he shouldn't have never sacked his Torque at the end, because if I have Rain up with Manta, I just win. You know, I can guarantee hit the Venusaur with a Hurricane. I can OHKO the Valkyria with Hydro. So if he just stayed in, he would lose. This is a gimmicky team, it seems like. I like to see something like that too, because I don't have, which is good against Stealth Rocks, but which I don't have, so it's a useless Pokemon a bit on his side. Shackle could be a bit annoying. I think he can just lead off with Politoad. Yeah, okay. How do I actually beat this thing? I mean, Seismitoad is not a good switch in, but it is a switch in, I think. If he goes for Scald, this is kind of bad, but I think he's setting up his Toxic Spikes. Okay, what is he expecting? Probably an EQ. Let's go for it anyway. I mean, he might switch into Chansey, but we can knock that off in the following turn. There's no reason to predict, really. Xatu is a possible switch as well, but I don't want to predict too much. I don't know, maybe actually switching into Seismic Toad that there was a bit reckless because it is so good against my opponent's team. Although, I mean, I also have like Assumable, which kind of aquachats everything. I think we can take a hit, so let's just knock off. It's actually kind of nice that he knocked off my life orb, so we have a bit more longevity. So if he goes for something like a psychic or something, like just like 50%, like we are still in the game. We can just knock off again. Which brings us pretty low. I think that's okay. I mean, he probably has to bring out his Chansey to voice Seismitoad, and then we can just knock off the Chansey, and yeah, then Azumable goes in. I don't know actually if he just go. Okay, this is not a good play on my opponent's part. I don't know if a choice backside row pump in the rain can Druid KO Chansey without an Eviolite. But now we're just going for liquidation. And we actually tank one. This is... I mean, it probably goes for Xatu right now, right? I kind of feel like predicting right now. So I'm just going into Ludicolo. Which is kind of unnecessary because I'm in a very winning position, and winning position you kind of don't want to gamble. Because you don't have to. You want to play really risky if you're already losing. But I don't know. I want to show some balls. And let's not leave Storm, because if we lower our special attack, then Chansey might heal up again. If we kill the Exartle, like right now with Leaf Storm, then yeah, he could have just switched into Chansey. This dies, of course, without, I mean, Choice Specs, Rain, Scald, and Chansey doesn't have an Eviolite. So, yeah. So the only thing that kind of stops us right now is the Tentacruel. Everything else is just an easy victim for pretty much everything on my team. There we can just go into Politoad. The Tentacruel isn't that threatening offensively. He gets a bit lucky, but it doesn't really matter. So, how do I do this right now? I could go into Mantine and just chip him. I think that's what I'm going to do. Like, Tentacruel is pretty specially defensive, so he might actually win that matchup, but okay, no, actually, probably won't. Yeah, Mantine actually does a pretty good job. Let's actually use its full potential and, like, boost up. We can win that game just with Mantine, I think. And the Tentacool is in a range where Azumarill cannot knock it out with Aqua Jet, but I think it can't switch into an Aqua Jet because 2 would knock it out. I'm not certain, but although I think I'm pretty certain that would knock it out. Let's just go for another Hurricane. Could heal up a little more, but he might get the Toxic with Sludge Bomb, and that would actually be worse in the long run. Interesting. The red card activated. Okay, but that's not that bad because we can just go for liquidation. And knock out whatever. Oh, okay, Shock will actually tank that. I mean, do we care about Sticky Whip as a question? Because Mantine doesn't care. Actually, nothing in my team cares. I don't know, let's just go into Tentacool anyway. We could have knocked out the Shark with Rapid Spin. I don't know, I wanted to have some fun. Although no, he would have actually gotten the Sticky Web up no matter what, because yeah. He would have won if I when Rapid Spin only activates if you if the Pokemon doesn't die, I think. So yeah, he would have just spammed Sticky Weapon, and at one point I would have just knocked him out and that wouldn't have gotten the Sticky Weapon away. Oh, this is a substitute Belly Drum set, I think. Yeah, good that I went for Scald. It actually could have been a threat in the end. All right. Okay, that kind of recovered me from the first game. Yeah, we will use this team a couple more times probably. Might think about what I could do against physical attackers because we don't really have a switch into this team. But right now I will, but for the next episode I will explore this team a bit further. So yeah, we'll see ourselves in the next episode. Bye bye.